I should turn my microphone on so I can talk into it. Marvelous. Well, we had quite a comeback from Evil Geniuses. That was a good test for them. Good patience, not giving up on the fight. Some struggles on a T side for complexity. That one round earlier on, where they played things a little too slow, I do wonder if they had some better timing on that, what may have happened. Like if they won that round, well, if they won any one round beyond the one they won in that half, they would have been a hell of a lot closer to a victory. They weren't too far away, but such is the nature of the game sometimes. Too much talent on Evil Geniuses to easily take it after a strong first half complexity. And again, in some respects, it's a good test for them as well. They had a great lead. They lost the game. They got to refocus, look on to the next one, and try to take things to a third map. The second map will be Inferno. And what do we think of how complexity looked either half there?
Well, yeah, first half they looked phenomenal.
Mm.
I'm super impressed. I mean, they looked like a top 10 team. I mean, everything was just crisp, clean. They were finishing rounds. So if I'm a complexity fan, I'm impressed. I was impressed personally. So
Yeah.
but the talent of EG, just so talented. Like every single one of them stepped up. We saw the score line for all 5 members, all of them putting in even work. I do like the Inferno map for complexity. I think actually Overpass I would have favored EG heavily, and Inferno it's one of those maps that you know it's evenly based. It's like it's a comfort map pick for
Okay.
any team. It's kind of like a Mirage. You know, anyone can win. You can win a pistol, pick up first gun round, and you can start snowballing.
Evenly based. You could be based as well, or your inventory could be, if you get yourself some nice skins from CS Money, some knives, even get a shiny Bison. I have a Bison with a Get Right sticker on it. Actually, I sent it to him. He signed the name tag for me and sent it back. Although I might as well just sign it myself. It's all the same, really. It doesn't have the... I think in Dota you can sign stuff, but in CS you can't quite yet. But anyway, you can, though, get yourself some nice skins. You could get a nice juicy red, like on my little tablet here. How are you doing with the skin search, Dan? Found anything yet? That's not $11,000?
No.
Okay, maybe he requires some help then. Send Dan some links to some nice knives. He needs one, ideally some ones which are reasonably priced, but have a sense of style to them, for example. What's the name of that AWP you have? What's it called?
Man of War.
Man of War. I can't even remember some of the skins, the names of them in my inventory, because I've renamed every single skin that I have. The knife is live. Let's look at some knives. I do like looking at the knives. I don't care about the knife itself. The knife round. All right, so Cirque, this is where you're getting into very expensive skin territory, where you've got these strong colors. It's a strong bluey purple.
And it was trend. Oh, yeah, that was a strong. I like that one too.
Like
that
the
one's
Law,
super sick.
the Law flip knife. Yeah, it's a pretty good look. It's a nice yellow. You can contrast that well with a lot of different skins actually. So can be very well done. You could pair it with, there's like an M4A4 which is kind of black and yellow. I don't know what that one's called either. I've got Zipex stickers on it and I've called it Clutch Minister. But there's some contrasting that can be done.
Combined Valley, what do you think that was? We just flipped through like 5 knives that looked
I can't.
super pricey.
People, what I'm assuming people say, what's the value of your inventory? I'm like, what do you tell me? Why don't you go and calculate it? I don't know what it is. I'm not keeping an eye on that. The value for me is emotive value. It's sentimental value. It isn't about monetary value. Glock fade's always nice, but it's been in the game for so long, I get bored of it a little bit. So I shuffle my Glocks now with it's that green one with, I think it's got skulls on or something, and other stuff. And here we go, the map 2 odds. They are, I think, yeah, 4.x for complexity. There are juicy odds. They are juicy odds. But we'll see if they can do one better than they did on Overpass. They had a nice lead. They could not convert it. Perhaps they can try to here on Inferno.
And when we've watched EG previously on Inferno, they did a mid push. See if they do that again. Doesn't look like it. They're only sending 3 there.
Well, here's the second mid appearance. Both Breeze and Zerk trying to get a look in there. Interestingly, almost no one takes any damage. Normally, CT's going to get a headshot there.
Yeah,
or
through the
someone's
wall.
going to get a headshot. but it's avoided. And blame F with that P250 is taking longest range in mids. For a duel, should a CT peek? CTs often want to peek that because they feel confident with the USP accuracy versus the Glock at that range. Something a P250 there is nice.
And looks like EG with the hard read, they're stacking mid, but that's the wrong stack. And we'll see if Tarek can do anything here by himself. And that's not a good smoke, because that indicates that Complexity is going to go spawn side, which Tarek is holding. And he's got a decent angle and nice jump from Shazam, making Tarek miss. Now this is a terrible position for EG. They have to try to take the site with 5 Complexity members still remaining. But they have to get the bomb down. The smoke dissipates. And
Got a 3-man push up banana from EG. Blamef has had to fall back from that position. Breeze and Cirque remain, and indeed, Ron, it is a very difficult situation for them. Walking into a crossfire, but what else can you do? Try to save his Kevlar, which is perfect. So again, these are calculations. I think it was Inferno. Sorry, Mirage. The Mirage we saw earlier. Is he going to peak? There's a mathematical thing here going on, right? If they're going to force buy next round and he's going to buy full armor, he gets a helmet for 350. So basically, he gets full armor for 350 if he does not engage. Rush and Shazam are going to get cheap helmets here, though, because not enough engagement was had by EG. Oh, Rush has just stayed too close. He's cost him... Wow, he's taken 9 damage from there? That's crazy. That's cost him $1,000.
Inferno.
Well, it's cost him $650.
It's Inferno for you.
That is wild. Yeah, some big headshots on the B bomb site. But there was the previous match on Mirage. I think on the pistol there were 2 or 3 players in market in a hopeless situation. And again, if you're looking to force buy, then there were things to be had. Cirque's opted for the FAMAS instead, which is fair enough. He's got money in the bank, and he spent it. But yeah, sometimes you've got to think about: is it worth me trying to get this 1 kill for $300 when I might spend $1,000 next round, or $350 if I don't take this engagement? The fine detail.
EG, they only have 1 smoke remaining. Typically on these second rounds, you want to stack smokes back to back.
Starting to pressure the banana area now. Complexity. There's some map control. And the EG are really banking on a top mid take. They want to see Complexity default. They want to see a default in this anti-eco, anti-force buy round. And they may just get it. Well, I mean, there's going to be 5 players taking top mid here. So there'll be a fight. Pretty damn big fight.
Pretty damn big. PDB. The crossfire, the action, the 5-7, the FAMAS, the French gun. Rush remains 1 versus 3. This is absolutely shocking stuff. Brutality. Top mid. It's a massacre. Send for body bags.
That's a sloppy mid take. You just have 1 flash and then the first person jumping up. They had mollies, they had smokes, they had flashes. And they run straight into a crossfire.
Yeah, that hurts. And also the player jumping balcony is not synchronized at all either. Because normally you want that to be, he can keep somebody on the site with a smoke or a flash or whatever, and then jump to torch. So definitely a good start for EG. They completely caught Complexity there, and what I'm afraid of is EG. They're a team that don't loosen the grip. The grip only gets tighter and tighter till you're suffocated. You're asphyxiated, James.
Ooh, asphyxiation. Oh, that was a bad sentence from me. It was not meant to sound like that at all.
Ooh.
I like the word. The word asphyxiation it's kind of satisfying to say. It's not the action itself. That was a very misleading statement from me, but it is more appreciation for the word and the pronunciation. Some words are just satisfying to say, okay? Imagine the creation of the word. Asphyxiation.
A what? What the word?
The creation.
Creation of the word.
Of the word. It's just like then you
look at the etymology.
You think about the construction of the word. It's a really nice. There's a lot going on in the word asphyxiation. Moving through the smoke complexity. Ethan has some support from a flashbang. EG has been really good with these pop flash supports on Overpass and Banana. This time there are limited results for EG, but Stan can maybe make that change with UMP. 2 kills from that. More than you really expect for UMP these days after the nerfs, after it's fallen out of fashion for the most part.
Oh my god, this is actually pretty brutal, the etymology, James.
Okay.
So it comes from the origin is Greek. So the A is without, and then the suffix is pulse. So aphuxia, it means stopping of the pulse.
That's cool. It's nice to know where words come from.
Absence of pulse.
It is a nice word, though. It is a nice word.
Asphyxia.
Asphyxiation. Anyway, I think I've covered all the bases there, so we can move on.
Stopping of the pulse.
It's a very embarrassing situation.
What other weird words do you like, James?
I'll get back to you on that
You
one.
said bratwurst earlier.
I'm not a big fan of that word. I don't dislike the word, but it's not a favourite.
It's not up there.
No.
Top 8. Up there with association.
I like the word race mate, which is one word.
Race mate.
Race mate. Like
What does
when
that
you're, let's say you are in one of those rallies, off-road rallies, where someone's like holding a map, with the speakers telling you what to expect. I suppose you may refer to that guy as race mate.
Race mate.
Race mate, for example. So once I was playing Scrabble, because I love me some Scrabble, hence why I've got a Scrabble keyboard on my desk, and I played the word race mate, which is one of those words which I was confident it was a word, and it was electronic Scrabble, so it landed, and I did it on a triple word
you
score.
can just put mate next to anyone that's next to you and that'd be a word.
I can't find a definition for this. It's not a chemistry thing.
What? Asphyxiation?
No, race mate.
Chemistry?
Yeah.
Why would it be chemistry?
Well, I can't find the definition that you described.
But it's got nothing to do with chemistry.
Well, I'm just telling you what the internet's telling me.
Okay.
This is going
I don't know what part of the internet you're on.
Checkmate.
Where you're looking at chemistry for the
Internet
word
said
race
so.
mates, but anyway. EG with a 2-man setup. If Tarek has swung on, then Ethan will have something to say, but he is forced back by the Molotov of the T side, a pop flash, and Complexity will take Banana, but it looks like EG will re-aggress. How about that for the retake? They could throw a smoke into that if they have one. Beautiful. Thwarting. They're ruining the timing of the T side. They want to achieve certain goals by certain times, and now they've been caused problems by EG. We're seeing a lot of polish on this CT side from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, and Tarek still with a full set of nades. And his smoke molly flash. Single-handedly hold his sight if he can time the smoke. He'll be forced to use it pretty soon. He's getting pressured here. Ooh, and the patience to hold it. Oh, that might have been a little bit too long.
Still works out that the back is to him, and he gets a second out of it as well. 3 players on the side for Complexity, though. That could be enough to work this position. They also have a re-smoke available from Obo. Nice HE coming through. Everyone at the back of the bomb site, though, they are quite constricted. And slowly but surely, Evil Geniuses close in.
Wow.
And Complexity is starting to run out of air, James.
There's a scope for Cirque. He'll make it work. 15 HP for Shazam. He will get traded. Rush has so much to do. The taps are looking fantastic. Playing the piano on the faces of Evil Geniuses. Has he bought enough time trying to create some space? Can he avoid the spray? He can't. But has he done enough? It's going to be a close one. It's going to be really close. But Evil Geniuses just win the round. Great effort from Rush. Looking for the highlight reel. Almost, but not quite. There's Tarek. Def swinging just before he gets 2 out of that as well. The first one was for free, but the presence of mind for the continuation spray in the first place is a credit to him, showing why he's on Evil Geniuses. 4-1 now, 4 rounds in a row sits the pistol. Complexity needs to find a way to turn things around.
Oh, I love the double HE there. That's pretty awesome. Trying to punish the take of apartments. That's something that's going to work on a, as an anti-default strategy as well, or tactic. Look at the balcony pop readying itself here. Just enough nades to get into the bomb site. However, EG aren't actually playing just 3 on the side, there's 4. There's the trays coming through, the sprays damaging, very damaging. They'll have pit, but you know, you need more than just pit. Obviously, you can't plant in the pit.
You still got Def at the bottom of mid. They need to huddle up and help their teammates. Creeping now around double stack. Blamef is clearing house on the site itself. And the other CTs are still isolated. Def gets taken out on the creep, trying to win the round for his team, but he has the information. They know where both the players are now. There's a pop flash for Shazam, but I'm sure he'll concentrate on the AWP. There's Tarek gone. Ethan in a similar position. Pop flash is deployed, but that means Shazam loses the angle of the AWP. Doesn't matter to him though, he'll get the kill regardless. 2 rounds to the 4 of Evil Geniuses. Maybe Complexity can turn things around now.
Pretty epic first defense, but playing there for the Krieg, so good. Shazam is really strong on A-site defenses as well on this map with the AWP. Seen so many highlights from him there.
Yeah, and that's around that complexity needed. Now they're right back into the match. They upgrade their weaponry, get a free op, free SG. Blame F, that was an insane peek on Cirque. And takes him out.
The fight for Banana continues as per usual. Multiple Molotovs in play.
Nana.
Complexity ready. They have personnel, they have numbers.
You know what would be interesting is if, you know, in future maps, if Valve just decide what the callouts are and just place them on the maps.
Well, they have them on the...
you can access them.
They already have them.
On the location files, you mean?
No, when you use a radio command, it'll say roughly where you are. So there are names for different places. Yeah. So if you just go around and use the radio command, you'll see that. I have so many binds for various different nerdy things that I don't even have any radio commands bound anymore.
Wow. The top mid take comes into play. EG don't have an eye on top Banana just yet, so they don't know what this means exactly. It's a good pick from Cirque, however. Stan will play close to the smoke, and I think EG are very comfortable here right now. They've got 4 on... the 4th player being, or can be cheated across, but they don't have that top Banana control, so they can't know 100%. But with the smoke from Library, and now with what Stanislaus sees, there comes the rotation. Buying a lot of time here, Stan's done a good job. And now, he doesn't pull the trigger. You'd expect that he would have had time there.
But still, how did he get to the site? 10 seconds on the clock, and Breeze is waiting. He's making the MVP play, but Ethan will take out the first. And he's still got Breeze to run distraction. There's no time to do this. Ethan swinging, just adding to the damage. 2 plays will survive, one either side, but the round goes the way of Evil Geniuses. Another round where Complexity lose by a timeout.
Now Complexity, they're in a situation here. They have money they can force buy. They can drop some weapons and they're going to go for it. And although they lost that round, they were able to take 4 CTs out. So I think they realized that since they won the eco round, or the force round, now they taking out 4 members, that EG, they have an opportunity to reset Evil Genius's money. And this could be this is a pivotal point in the match where either team can take control. It's a straight up rush mid, and Breezy has an angle, takes out 2.
That's a good start for him. Cirque holding angles now, doesn't get baited by the jump peak. Punishes when there's more meat shown. And Ethan creeps he could get to with the MP9. He's really waiting to keep them together, but doesn't quite land the mark. Needed to start with the headshot there, I think, but they will swing. Tarek will deliver both kills at the end. 6-2. Fast-paced, fast-moving rounds. Complexity's forced by failed.
Yeah, you can kind of tell that Evil Geniuses are extremely comfortable. Every adjustment that they make based on what's happening in the round, like their reactions to Complexity's plays, are very controlled. And yeah, they have the skill, but you know, they're throwing the right nades. They are playing timings like really well. They're delaying effectively so that they can get rotations in. They're not really taking any gambles or risks. EG, there are some teams that do like to do that on the CT side. They're just playing all around solid. Oh, look at that damage, my goodness. That's a wipeout and a half.
The enemies flashed across both maps has got to be devastatingly high for Evil Geniuses. So many times on Banana, And on long, we had some very notable plays as well, of long of overpass, that is. And it continues here. Finding strength, power, teamwork, unity on their CT sides, Evil Geniuses.
Man, that would be a really cool stat to like have swoop in, just like see the flashes, or like have a visualization of where a player got his most of his flashes and so on.
Swoop in like the paperclip in Microsoft Word.
Mr. Clippy, MVP.
Is that what it was called?
Mr. Clippy, yeah.
I can't even remember. Continuation sprays from Stan. The idea is good. And look at that flank from Breeze. The idea was great, but Obo's ready for it. Evil Genius is trying to extend their lead to 6. Banana has to be such a scary prospect for Complexity. Unbeknownst to them, Ethan is alone, not shy to take a duel and quietly fall back. Now you have to fear the peak. Tarek is by the well, but he doesn't have any flash for Paul. 4 versus 3 for EG. And they have top mid, which is really important information that gives EG a little more confidence to have that second player towards B and have A be a little weaker.
The top mid smoke, interesting stuff there. That though EG are not taking any risks at the moment, they're not even pushing top mid to get the information. They're going to rely on EG to, or rather Ethan and Tarek, to hold on to the B bomb site. And Ethan has a flashbang. So it's going to be very interesting to see if there's enough damage done. Ethan and Tarek need to get at least 2 or 3 kills here. Obviously, well, oh, okay, well, at least 2 kills. 3 kills, of course, would win the round.
Ethan busy reloading. Tarek trying to get some spray through the smoke kills once again. Ethan will harass the coffin position. Pre-firing, fountain, new box, oranges. Not connecting with much.
A winnable situation here. This is a strong angle from Shazam. He's going to need to get the entry here to hold down CT main.
Cirque looking over the top, not getting much of anything. One of the flashes is out. Shazam with the flick, but Tarek with the trade leaves Blame F in a 1 versus 3. They're all low. He's got the right weapon for the job, trying to get to Cirque fast, but Cirque is even faster. 8 rounds for Evil Geniuses.
Again, I love how EG, you know, I was talking about them, you know, having to get a minimum amount of kills, expecting that they would try to fight, because that's often what a lot of teams do, but they just opt to say, hey, you know, we'll take construction, we'll play retake with our entire team. Love that. That's the most consistent play that you could make, and they had some utility too, and look how well it worked out for them.
Yeah, I think the thing to note there was that they both were on the same page on the retake. Sometimes you'll have one player pushing through the smoke, one person trying to fight Spindle, but they both called that they were going to retake, and they were successful.
Round number 11. Initial utility deployed. Will there be a burst through top mid? Obo's at the bottom of mid. Got a flash in the hole. For library, maybe. There is the burst. One player emerges. Cirque falling back. Feng the bait set up with his teammate. He gets traded though, and Cirque's lost position. A flash through the smoke. A rotation towards library. There are how many? 6 smokes around the A bomb site right now. But Complexity still need to get through the choke points. Evil Geniuses holding down the balcony position with Stan, and Breeze is underneath the balcony. The bomb's somehow been planted though, but it's a 4 versus 2. Despite all those smokes, EG still have double the numbers for the retake. It's all about round wins. Blame F on the side. Obo takes the lane position now. Cirque and Tarek remain one spotted in library. There is a Molotov for Blame F if he thinks it's safe to try and throw it. They know where he is already. Tarek with an incendiary of his own is going to force Blame F from his position. He's good for 1. Obo's there looking for 2. Can't see through the flame, trying to get around the corner. Can't put his gun out in time. And Cirque's going to find the defuse. That's got to be a really frustrating loss for Complexity.
And almost pulling off a 2v4. Valiant effort. And Obo just couldn't make it around the corner in time. Cirque smartly pushing, knowing he has to take him out and then defuse. And it was a close call. Complexity, nice try. They did get the bomb down, so they'll be able to buy full here. And we'll see if they contend top banana. They haven't really been able to take it safely with early in the round.
Right, we have the beginning of the banana take coming in here. The nades being set down by both teams. Deep smoke immediately, and the deep incendiary to follow, which gives EG all the control. And this, if you want to run a default, typically you start with banana control at the same time as two players doing it apps. So now when this happens, you have a decision. Do you try to just abandon banana, just do it later, or do you challenge the smoke? If you try to do it later, you might run into 4 players at mid when you take mid. So there's a lot of issues. EG now starting to rotate 1 player back. We have a balcony burst on our hands.
There's the flash. And they're at this time. Better success. Not all getting sprayed down through the smoke on this occasion. They have some position, but what is step B? Full rotation from EG. Ethan leaving the B bomb site, 2 players in the pit. Bomb's probably been spotted on the radar. Complexity still looking for the rotation. Not the first time we've seen this, where they have very forward positions on the A bomb site, but Def is still looking for the flank. They need their numbers. They've only taken out 1 player on this A bomb site so far. And all 4 are here for Evil Geniuses. Bombs on the floor in the pit now. Still the rotation coming in from the late Complexity players. 2 versus 2. Def tries to make a play from the balcony. Shazam makes it 2v1. Do they know where Tarek is? Sitting on the site. Def at 15 HP now. He's got to find a headshot, surely. Unless he can take position. Tarek creeps back into the elevated spot. Def trying to clear out positions. He's been spotted by the jiggle from Tarek. And Evil Geniuses make it to 10.
Yeah, there's no way you expect Tarek. They're already lurking in A. You know that he's a Daddy B player. So it's a heads-up play by Tarek. Taking advantage of all those smokes and finding a lurk position.
That's crazy, isn't it? It's really impressive because he could have made a really a kind of mediocre to bad attempt at a trade versus just being like, you know what, I'm just gonna bait my team because this is the best play.
Yeah, committed to the full lurk.
Yeah.
It's the easy one in the back, and then the other Complexity member was too low in HP.
You just don't ever expect that. It's really, really smart.
Chain flashes to burst into Banana. Ethan has good coverage if he stays close to that half wall. Smoke has gone. Doesn't seem like another one is coming. Everybody static. Breeze keep creeping up towards top mid. Ethan falling back again. Tarek is the rotation man, but he's got no flash for the pool, which is worth noting. Closing the distance now. A flash for the half wall, and Ethan will see it. Doesn't drop the smoke, though. Tarek is here to do exactly that. Molotov ahead of the smoke, and he will run through and take one in the face.
Wow.
Really careful around that Molotov. They dance, and everyone is still alive somehow.
Do EG have money to just go for it? No. They need to save. Wow. That was 2 instant kills. I didn't expect that. I could both Ethan and Tarek felt confident to challenge with the Molotov down on the ground. But Rush and Shazam got instant frags.
Yeah.
And I think they were the first 2 players in, and if they don't get that, they probably lose a round.
Yeah, just committing to it, running through the fire, and the power of 2 headshots.
Not dying to the flames as well is really impressive. Seeing how low they are. They could get 5 out of this half.
Yeah.
And maybe that would be enough. Maybe. They had a strong CT side on overpass. Perhaps they could do the same here.
Maybe they found something here. Maybe they had success at B. If they can actually get banana control, they can attempt to finish B again. But they haven't had any success taking banana. And that's just too much information for EG.
So peering down middle. Trying to find somebody, trying to catch someone out. They're playing a lot of off angles here. Breeze also trying to deny the apartment's control. And he's not going to take almost any damage there. That's fantastic. for EG. They start off with a man advantage, and the bomb kind of needs to be collected. And they just have to go B at this point. They don't really have the personnel to run the default properly as they'd like. Apartments is completely unsafe. Everyone's already a banana. The bomb will be ferried over, and it's going to have to just be a B take. And we've got 2 players around oranges.
Here it comes. A North-esque bomb rush into the B bomb site. Molotovs are up. There's an opening kill. There's a trade. There are counter flashes, and they've got to run through the smokes. It's absolute disaster for Complexity. Evil Genius is ready with the counter utility. That leaves BlameF in a 1 versus 3 with a Krieg if possible. It's almost Halloween. Has he got a Freddy Krieger? EG coming in from every possible direction, and they still have 4 more flashbangs in the hole. He's got as much cover as he can ask for. Avoids the first one. Spots the first player. They have the information now, trying to swing as they do, but once again it seems inevitable. Another victory for Evil Geniuses.
The dark spot's really tough because one is like very deep, and the other thing is there's only one side to peek, which basically means after the first peek, if there's multiple players, you're completely locked down.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that he went for the dark play.
Yeah, if you're gonna play there, you have to get the first kill. It has to be a clean shot, and then you can possibly rely on a lineup where 2 members, they have to push you, and you can just hold an angle strong. And Ethan, he knew that, well, I guess he knew that smoke was up, and he played with it. Great aggression play by him.
Boom. Get absolutely wrecked. That's a good start for Complexity, but look at Stan, he's out there trying to get some damage. Great nade, oh my, that really hurts. Rush down to 58. Trying to go for the solo play in the abs. Not the easiest thing in the world. CT's now not exactly sure where to go. They've got Ethan who's hovering, he's floating between the bomb sites. And Complexity, they've got 2 players on B, 2 players on A as well, so...
Tarek looking for a push through the smoke. Facing the wall, expecting the flashbangs. There have been so many plays towards B. And it looks like we might see another one. This time there are no smokes left for Complexity, but you can see Ethan, he's holding that pool flash from the well position. This is such a strong play. Tarek in the smoke, he waits. Probably a re-smoke coming off to CT. Now, if that smoke hits him, that might be quite a clue. Ethan wondering. We cancelled the flashbang, and there's Tarek taken out. So BlameF is holding the angle, now bursting. Tarek's been there so many times. Ethan will take up the spray mantle. Not hitting the mark though. And this time Complexity have the man advantage.
Complexity living and dying by the B bomb side, but they might just get a 4th round out of this half. Looking pretty good here. There's not really the retake utility that EG would like. You know, the incendiaries are amazing against the B bomb side take. Ethan's trying to play what he can. That's a huge pick. See what else they can get. They try to pincer onto Obo. Ethan trading it again, but there's just only so much one man can do in this situation. But that will be 4 rounds of Complexity at the end of the first half. It's something. Will they be able to recover any more as we go into the second half? We'll find out after the break.
Be like Bottle. Build your own community with your very own hub. Join other hubs and play more maps competitively than ever before. Compete for prizes and win FACEIT points just by playing your favorite games. It really is that simple. Join the community or create your own. Only at FACEIT.com.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
The struggle is real. 4 rounds on the CT side for Complexity. It's their turn to face adversity and turn things around back into their favor. The road is long, but they're on the CT side, the favored side. Winning the pistol would really, really help, though.
Definitely a must. What do they have to do it with, though? Have pretty much a standard set. I like that we see the HE instead of the smoke on Def. And okay, Suzanne spots everything. And Def is towards Banana, so he will not be able to assist with the HE as the push comes in. Ooh. Smoke for the motor position, and we get ourselves a balcony bomb. And it's looking quite good to start off with. EG, they are really making this difficult for Complexity. Oh no. Adding insult to injury.
Bomb has been plantarized. Def and Oboe remain. This is worst case scenario. This is really, really bad. It's still winnable. They have to go for this. Never mind saving armor and so on. If they lose this with 4 rounds on the board in the previous half, then the percentages change. Or they don't really, well, they change, but they worsen. It's the main thing. Ooh, this is rough. And here comes the double to triple peak. Evil Geniuses have given themselves a very strong opportunity to close this one out quickly. 12-4, won the T-pistol. It was a must-win, and they didn't win. Complexity. And now things look pretty damn bleak.
And EG with the perfect counter pistol. They called an A strat off the bat, and unfortunately for Complexity, they decided to stack 3B. And it's just too difficult to hold the 8-bomb site when there's Glocks swarming out and jumping all the angles. And Complexity here, they just don't have any rounds to play with, so they're gonna force buy and put everything into this round. They have 4 smokes and HEs. So in order to win this, typically on these types of rounds, you want to be patient with your smokes. And the longer you can hold them, the better. So we'll see if Evil Genius is going to apply that early pressure and try to bait those smokes out or not.
So here comes the early pressure of Banana. I feel like EG have to be drilled enough to and have the right protocols to know exactly how to deal with this kind of a round. It's such a this was the classic force buy rounds that was difficult to teams to deal with. Australia's popularized it all the way before the economy change. CZs and smokes. You've got to pressure the smokes out. You've got to use your Mac 10s if you have them to find information. Or in one alternative is just go for a set piece on the site. That's also okay, especially the B-bomb site, because you can get Molotovs pretty much everywhere.
In they come. There is a crossfire for the CTs. A push through the smoke. They'll do what they can. Maybe the numbers and the equipment's too great for Evil Geniuses. Blamef needs a headshot with this scout. Trying to get something done. He will get wiped out, but the cavalry are here. Ill-equipped, but they're here. With 20 seconds on the clock, there's bomb plant pressure. Rush might find the right angle when the coffin plant presumably comes in. 16 seconds to plant this bomb now. Lining it up. 21 HP, the bomb's been planted. That was the opportunity. And it's an opportunity lost. Maybe they can finish things off with the damage done. Ethan and Breeze are in dangerous territory. Oboe creeping now. Cirque could be the man to save Breeze with the angle he's holding, but he's going to deal with Coppins as well. Great start from Oboe, but a stronger finish for Evil Geniuses, 13-4 now.
Yeah, Daniel mentioned sometimes just committing to a full exec, although there's a stack there. If you throw the right nades and smokes and mollies, still be able to explode into the site. And that molly, initial molly that they threw on second, flushing Def out, allowing the player to scale water. And now, it's a dire situation for Complexity. You're gonna full save here. And we see Complexity, they gotta do some kind of gamble stack. So they're gonna set up 5 players in mid, and hopefully they can return the favor of winning an eco. Breezy slowly walking up mid.
Yeah, walking into the crossfire. We saw this before, the top mid stack. And so like a kind of a quadruple peek coming in there from Complexity. And they get no damage from it. That's almost sad. I feel sad that they didn't even get a single kill.
Almost sad.
And it was a perfectly played from Breezy. There's no need to commit fully swinging out wide. Very common for CTs to crossfire that angle, so he just jiggle peeks everything, gets all the info. And we do see a full buy from Complexity. So they're gonna have full nades, and they're sending 3 bananas, so they're gonna fight for this. Now, I have a feeling that Evil Genius is gonna fight for it off the bat as well. And no, they're just gonna play past it.
Limit the variance. The off angle from Shazam Cirque sees it, but he can't do too much about it. Maybe still jiggling a little as he starts to fire. Ooh, through the smoke, Ethan fights back. Carnage all over the place. Evil Genius is 2 rounds away from this week's final, which would make them 1 match away from making it to Arlington, which is more or less home territory for Complexity. Yeah, they don't look so close right now.
It's actually a really good point.
I'm full of good points.
Now we've got the arch smoke coming in. The flashes. This is just going to designed to just take away vision and of course suggest that the top mid take's coming. However, Complexity are sitting there on boiler and around porch and around arch. They're going to realize what's going on, but they don't have players in position just yet. Blame F's doing massive damage. However, only 2 left, and he's going to molly the plant spot on Coffins. A little bit too slow, unfortunately, for him, but it's going to take a pretty strong result here for Evil Genius to hold this, and that's a great initial pick.
Falling back to new box. There's a flash for Shazam, and that's about it. Rush quietly creeping up Banana. Not sure what the climate is on Banana just yet. Rush is the man with the diffuse kit, some jiggling. Blame F knows where one of these players is. Stan looking to creep, catching them off guard. 2 versus 2 now. They don't know about the Banana play just yet, but Rush again, he's the last man standing now with the diffuse kit. Tarek just needs to hide, just needs to buy those extra dying seconds. Rush running out of bullets and trying to save his gun now. Running away, but I don't think he's going to make it. They lose everything, and Evil Geniuses are so close to everything. Match points, and many of them.
Certainly are many match points. It was a bold effort from Rush. Surprised he got the kill, the USP, but Evil Geniuses really showing how strong the creeks are. They make it look so easy with the creeks. The way that they take the peaks as well is so strong. I like very much how they handled the construction player. How Stan was, he didn't just hold his position, allowing Tarek to hold that angle. He decided, they knew where a guy was. They decided to use the fact that Stan's position hadn't yet been seen to try to win that fight, and then they have a 2v2. Just very smart stuff. Oh dear. Ethan almost.
That's a horrible place to be in. You think you're safe, but you kind of know in the back of your mind that the fire's going to spread, and you may die. Happened a few times to me. Complexity trying to hold on to Banana, but they will have to give it up. Many SMGs and French weapons in this round for Complexity. They will provide no comfort in this situation. EG with a take off top mid. Denial of information. It is a utility DDoS. In some ways. Top mid. Cirque takes the angles for the peak. presence everywhere from EG. There's a smoke of Arch from Complexity, re-smoking the T-smoke. Just trying to hold on to things, trying to thwart the timing. Bomb thrown from one to another, not on the floor though, not giving any sound cues away. Again, if you throw your rifle on the floor, it makes the same sound as a bomb. Some people use that as a fake to suggest a play. 25 seconds for EG, and Complexity have no idea what's going on.
Here comes the pop flash from Blame F. It's going to do enough damage. 3 players left to get into that bomb site, get into those post-plant positions. They just want a 2v4. Def, oh wow, that's actually a huge play because that bomb has to be collected. I don't think there's time here. Def may have just won the round for his team. I think he certainly has now. Carrick is going to have to try to slide off the time. Barely wins that duel. In comes Shazam from the back, but he can't get the kill. Cirque somehow gets the headshot. That's actually very annoying for Shazam.
They lost everything, Complexity.
Yeah.
They won the round, but does that encourage a force buy from Evil Geniuses? They know the CTs will be low. It looks like they are in agreement. They're going to go for it. It makes perfect sense. It makes all the sense. They have such a better buy than the CTs, utility aside. The lack of... No, there are 3 Molotovs as well, so they can still fight for Banana properly if they want to. They could hold on to the Molotovs for an execute into a site as well. Focus on the flashbangs for a take of Banana, but there is a Molotov towards that car position. And they make their way in. Perhaps the perfect storm for Evil Geniuses. Complexity may feel compelled to take some risk in this round. That was a close one. Stand continues to creep.
Smoke in response. All that pressure on Banana. Bomb still at T-spawn though, and surely one of the apartments players will swing back to collect that. He has been pretty successful for EG, all things considered.
It's a nice flash. Perfect peek, clearing mid. And now Evil Geniuses. If I'm Complexity, I'm thinking EG's going to end B. Just cleared mid. You know there's presence top banana.
Oh my god. How did he see that one? That's really, really bad. The bomb just arrived there as well. That's going to create a lot of problems here. There's basically no counter utility for Complexity, which makes it extremely hard to retake or to stop the take of that B bomb site. Both Ethan and Stan will take a lot of damage here. BlameF might actually be able to get something here. They're so weak, but he goes for the targets in the front of the site and will concede his position. Still though, Obo around construction. They have a player coming in from Banana as well. Might actually just work out. Okay. Obo for the clutch. Obo for the save. But it's Ethan with the quad kill to lock it down. 16-5. Evil Geniuses are so strong.
They are strong, and so are these replays, Dan, which are brought to you by NVIDIA. Well, that was a monstrous performance from Evil Geniuses. The comeback in the first map, the domination in the second, the strength, the coordination, the CT pop flashes, the teamwork, the synergy, the unification, the unity, all of it. Great stuff to watch. We saw promise from Complexity, but of course, it should go the way of Evil Geniuses at the moment. Complexity are still building, and Evil Geniuses are already in a position to dominate. And dominate they do on Inferno.
Yeah, and I question if Complexity, they were able to take pistol on T side. If they would have won that second round, how many rounds they could have pulled off. But losing an eco round or force buy like that, it's completely deflating. Especially when we just gave up a 12-3 lead on the first map. And I think just mentally, you just have players that aren't able to recover like that. So yeah, I think Complexity, I think they showed some really good signs. And then we just see the power of EG coming through.
Heavy output from Ethan on Inferno. 16-5 scoreline, very, very strong. And it could have been similar for Complexity in the first game, but Evil Geniuses said no. and it will be EG versus Cloud9 in tomorrow's North American final to find out who will be joining the list of teams in Arlington, Texas, close to Dallas. Lots of fun to be had down there for one of those two teams this week. We'll find out who it is. We won't have too long to wait to find out who it is, but before we go away, it is time for the HyperX X Factor play of the game. I never really remember what it might be in most cases, apart from the NIP game.
Could he blame F maybe in the pit? Get this.
Let's see what it is going to be. Cirque starts the proceedings.
Oh, Stan.
Stanislaw going with that very forward play. Turning things around. I think it's just the forward plays. We spoke about this, the power of Stan. I suppose it rather than one player, it's both of them, it's the whole team, the awareness. I mean, that actually started with Cirque towards the party, keeping the T's from advancing towards the playground position, communicating that to Stan. Stan takes over the position, and then Cirque goes towards connector. So the two of them together will take the play of the game. And that was really a really strong play, and it was a great example of one of the stronger parts about Evil Geniuses, which you wouldn't necessarily see on the old squad. So that was fantastic. They do indeed make it to the final tomorrow to play Cloud9. Don't forget, there will be some European action as well. But between now and then, there we go, got there in the end. There are cups to be had on FACEIT. Some ECS cups, look them up on the FACEIT platform. Type ECS into the search bar, you'll find the hub and the relevant cups and so on. Get involved, get yourself some skins, some points, or whatever else you want. Some people just want a name change. Some people just want to watch the world burn. Again, if you are queuing alone, it's cool. In the last 30 minutes of check-in in cups, you can solo queue. You will get put together with other people. So if you don't have that many people online, or you haven't made Counter-Strike friends just yet, maybe you will do on the FACEIT platform. That is goodbye from me. That is goodbye from the three. We will see you tomorrow for more CS action. Cheers.